Okay, hey everybody, this is Grace. And yesterday I was talking about this one topic about people who had this really smug look on their face. You know, it was yesterday, day before, whenever it was. Well, I showed Adam, you know, he's older than I, some thumbnails. And I'll say 4 or whatever it was, but I asked him what did he see when he looked at these thumbnails. It's different people, and he looked one of them. He said something that said pretty much smug. I think, what did he use? Arrogant, or I don't remember. He said smug, very smug. I don't even remember who it was. And I think it was one that. Well, one of them he said, you know, that somebody who was happy, and the other one just looked friendly. Then one other one, I should skip to this part. One other one he said, you know, the question was, what do you think when you see this thumbnail? And he said, nothing good. You know, Adam and I are pretty much opposite types. But he did elaborate on that. And basically that she does look really smug in that thumbnail. Not the same people now. You know, all four of those were different people. And but his nothing good was something also today I started thinking I should talk about too. The smugness now, you know, is when somebody thinks they pulled the wool over somebody's eyes. You know, in these situations, that's what it would be. They think, oh, I've fooled everybody. They pulled the wool over their eyes, and I'm getting what I want, and real smug about it. So, okay. So now, as far as the other part of it, you know, just a smug look, like, oh, I'm smarter than everybody in the world, you know, kind of attitude. And yeah, I'm smarter than anybody who would watch me, that kind of thing. When they're not. But also the thing of, you know, him saying this about that, you know, nothing good. He really wasn't saying like the other ones, you know, this one looks friendly, this one, you know, they're being friendly, this one's being happy, you know, like this. So this one, nothing good. And he did, like I said, elaborate. But what it is, that one was a, well, I'm just going to say, you know, you've heard these food delivery people, maybe, if you watch food delivery people. Some of them say that, you know, that the customers, they're far too often over years, and not so much lately, I've noticed. But far too often in the past, they would talk bad about the customers and say the customers want this premium service. That's what the term they use. Premium service. You know, I mean, you've seen them. You know, you can call, you know, not call, but get on get an app and have something delivered to you, some kind of from whatever restaurant. You know, fast food, regular restaurants, whatever, even groceries and all that. And they call that a premium service. Okay. Now, I had a question back then, is if this is a premium service, and that was part of their argument about why the customers should know that they have to tip the driver, you know, delivery person. They need to tip them, and they need to tip them well. And no, they don't owe you anything. And then there's all these delivery fees, this fee, that fee. They might think that goes to you, and that's enough. It's not their fault, it's not explained. But anyway, but they say these customers, they want this premium service, but they don't have the money to give tips. You know, that's their argument. Well, mine, like I said, was, what are you doing to contribute to this premium service? Now, I can tell you that the woman that Adam pointed out and said, nothing good, she looks very unkept. Well, maybe it is. She totally lacks good hygiene. Okay, the question would be, when was the last time you washed your hair? It looks oily, greasy, you know, just, like, yeah, pulling it back is not going to cover up the fact that it's dirty. It's maybe a little bit, but, you know, it's filthy. The clothes are, I remember this certain kind of t-shirt. I'm not a t-shirt wearer. I started wearing them when I ordered some stuff through Temu. I liked Temu stuff. And when I started doing the delivery things myself, I ordered shirts that had pockets in them and t-shirts. You know, I'm not a t-shirt wearer. I don't wear blue jeans. I don't even think I own a pair of blue jeans. I might have one that one of my sisters had given me like 20-something years ago. I don't wear them. I just don't wear blue jeans. And, you know, like I said, about the t-shirts. But I remember there were these, I don't know what you would call them. You know, when I think of t-shirt, I think, you know, it's got something funny or something pretty on the front or whatever. You know, like I say, it's a white t-shirt with something or a black t-shirt with something, some kind of design or something. But the other ones are when they're just a solid color shirt. And I remember these from probably 15, 20 years ago, because I remember them because they were on sale at a big grocery superstore for $1. I think they were trying to, you know, get rid of them. Not many people bought them. I think the original price was $5, and they were $1. Okay, well, they looked like they were $1, and that was 15, 20 years ago. And it seems like this woman is still wearing them. And just overall, her appearance, you know, just, you know, like she has no respect for herself and how she comes off to the other people. Now, I'm not the best in the world myself, but I wouldn't go that far. I mean, that's pretty far. When a person looks and says, nothing good, you know, when that's the same, you know, and all the while having a smug look on her face. She's smug because she goes and works for a premium service dressed like, I don't know, premium service would hire anybody like that, seriously. If they saw that this is how the person's going to dress, no. And there are certain things when you do delivery, you just, I don't know. Yeah, I'm being judgmental. Some would say, oh, you're being judgmental, but I wouldn't want that somebody dressed like that coming to my door to deliver something. You know, and they have that, you know, I wouldn't know that they had that attitude of, you know, this is a premium service. If you're going to be on a premium service, you need to act like it yourself. You expect the benefits of delivering for a premium service, you need to play the game. And that's not the first person I've heard say that. And they too were bad about wearing old clothing, you know, not keeping their hair, they show poor hygiene habits too. And gross, some of that. But that was not the first, that was not the second. I don't know how many, could have been the first, but I don't know how many I've heard say that. Premium service. Yet, you know, I deserve that tip, yet what are you doing for it? Oh, and I shouldn't forget that of putting the bag on the welcome mat where people wash their feet. Where it rains, it might get on that mat and soak it up. Soaks up all that wetness, and when you put a bag on it, especially the paper bags, it's going to seep through into their food possibly. Come on, people. But you're a premium service. It's not premium service. Sorry. Not sorry.